One of the important steps when we build a regression model is look for the overall significance of model. That's where ANOVA in regression comes in handy. It helps us to test for the hypothesis that if there is a relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable that can efficiently estimated using the given regression model. For this, we use ANOVA in regression. So the most common form of the regression analysis in linear regression, in which one finds the line, which is also known as the linear combination, that most closely fit the data according to a specific mathematical criterion given as yj beta naught plus beta 1x1j up to beta k xkj plus ej. This model is called multiple linear regression model. But if in this model we have only one independent variable and one dependent variable, it will be called a simple linear regression model. Whether we are working with simple linear regression model or multiple linear regression model, the concept of the ANOVA and its usage stays the same. When we fit a regression model to a data, we have various kind of variation that arises. Here we can see it from this figure. We have a scatter plot with a straight line drawn in the middle. This straight line is an average line which must pass through the mean of x and the mean of y. Here, we have defined a line at y bar, which is at 0.101.89. And our linear regression model, after estimating it, is given as y hat equals minus 216 plus 3.46x. This tells us that how the trend shows the relationship between the variable x and the variable y. More importantly, you would notice that all these observations are very well scattered in this scatter plot. To account for all these variation in the data, we talk about three types of deviations that can be obtained here. The first one is the total deviation, which is designated by yi minus y bar, which is a vertical distance between yi, which is an observed value, and y bar line, which is the average of the dependent variable. The difference between these two quantities is called the total deviation. Then the other type of deviation we have is explained deviation, which is designated by yi hat minus y bar. Yi hat is the estimated model, and y bar is the average of y variable, which is a vertical distance from the regression line to the y bar line. And third type of deviation is unexplained deviation. So the total deviation is actually the split into two type of deviations, explained and unexplained. Since explained deviation is yi hat minus y bar, unexplained deviations talk about the vertical distance of observed points from the regression line, which is also referred to as residual. And it's expressed as yi minus yi hat. In all three deviations, the subscript I represents that these values are obtained for each and every value in the data. So if in our data we have 300 values, we will have 300 yi minus y bars, yi hats minus y bars, and yi minus yi hats. These deviations can be stated as sum of squares. where we have the first total sum of square, which is abbreviated as SST. This is a measure of total variation in the observed values of y. It's a measure of dispersion of the observed values of y about their mean value, y bar. From explained deviations, we get explained sum of square, which is also known as SSR, or regression sum of square, which measures the amount of total variability in the observed values of y that is accounted for by the linear relationship between the observed value of x and y. And thirdly, unexplained sum of square, abbreviated as SSE, also known as the error sum of squares, which is a measure of dispersion of the observed values yi about the regression line. It's very important to mention that unexplained sum of square can also be recognized as residual sum of square. So we use various terminologies to explain sum of square of error. Using these sum of squares, we understand that there are three sources of variation. We construct an ANOVA table. This ANOVA table contains first type of variation, that is due to linear regression model, which is called regression SS or SSR. Then there is other source of variation that is residual, and its sum of square is called SSE. And third source of variation, that is total. Every source of variation has its own degree of freedom, and since we are talking about the simple linear regression model here, our degree of freedom in the case of a simple linear regression model for the regression is 1, n-1 for the total, and n-2 for the residual, where n is the overall number of observations in the data. One also gets the mean square of regression, which is MSR, and mean square error, which is MSE. Mean squares are obtained by dividing sum of squares with their degrees of freedom. So mean square regression is obtained by dividing sum of square of regression by 1, where 1 is the degrees of freedom for regression, and mean square error is sum of square of error divided by its degrees of freedom, that is n-2. And lastly, we get the variance ratio. Any ANOVA table contains all these various components: the source of variation, sum of squares, degrees of freedom, mean squares, and lastly, the variance ratio. The variance ratio is the ratio of mean square regression divided by mean square error, which follows the F distribution.